So we was talking about in the conversations in the chat, shit like that. Do you attract broken people, bro? Like, I think that's something a lot of people ask themselves, and like just when you get into different situations, relationships, and it's just you already know people pile on, or you or both. You both are piling on stresses and problems and all of that stuff, and it never meshes out well. It's very nasty. What the people say today, toxic, all of that stuff. It leads to really bad stuff sometimes. Or I'm saying, some people, and sometimes they both grow out of that shit together. I'm saying, you never know. But the question remains: do you attract broken people? Los, what you think?
I think. All right, excuse me. So I feel like broken people, broken adults, that's derived from childhood adversity. Now, childhood adversity is when everything in your environment, including where you live, affects how you come up. Like, there's this thing called A scores where it'll determine like all different kind of factors: poverty, environment. If you live in an abusive household, shit like that. All of that trauma, all of that plays into childhood adversity. And I feel like those with the higher levels of adversity are the broken people that we see today. That's why you have like the fixer that wants to make everything okay. That's why you have the pleaser that wants to make everybody happy, but it's never happy themselves. That's why you have, the person that's angry all the time, that the nonchalant person that does is like what, that's still a broken person too. That's still a broken person too, like the nonchalant person. All of that plays into childhood adversity. Childhood adversity. I'm reading a book. I forgot the young lady's name, but it's called The Deep as Well. Yeah, I should check it out. And it basically says that everything around you plays into how your adulthood can be shaped and how your childhood can be shaped by everything around. So if your parents have been fighting, if there's an alcoholic in the house, if there's, if you witness shooting, shit like that as a child, over time, that's going to affect you as an adult. It affects things like health and shit like that. Like you can have a heart attack from something that happened to you years ago. That's how things is. I think that is a key contributor for people, I feel like.
It was breaking up just a smidge. I couldn't hear you too well.
I was saying that, like, basically just saying the same thing. Childhood adversity plays into broken adults, broken people.
Yeah. So what do you think? So all right. So say someone scenario wise goes to like that childhood adversity stuff like that, street shit, whatever, just poverty, all the stuff, the different factors you said. Comes out of it. What I'm saying, just scenario wise, goes to college, becomes successful, such like that. Tries to go in the dating scene, starts, saying, dating and such. Like, how do you? I mean, like, how deep is the shit that it? I'm saying, does it have to be child adversity, or could it be like, I'm saying, stresses from, I'm saying, the life past your, I'm saying, childhood,
It's
I'm
a mix
saying, the
of both.
stresses of adulthood, what I'm saying.
It's a mix
Cause
of
that's
both
the thing. I
because
think that's a lot of. I think that's my take on it too. Cause I think that is true too. Past child trauma definitely is a reason where, like I said, a lot of people, what I'm saying, go into relationships, what I'm saying, and have a lot of baggage and shit like that. And but when you have, like I said, the adult side of it, I think it's the stresses of adults. Where it's like I said, I'm saying, maybe college, I'm saying, dead, or I'm saying, job hunting, or I'm saying, failed relationship. Who knows? I'm saying. I think that stuff definitely is encountering into a lot of people. In my cases, but that I seen that definitely that shit is more of a case because you will see like you have the fucking whew, man. I'll say for me example shit. When I was shit going through my times where I was like when I didn't have a job or fucking you know what I'm saying just you know what I'm saying, was in school and shit was fucking, you know what I'm saying, dad trying to keep a job and, you know what I'm saying, trying to do the stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, adult shit, you know what I'm saying, like,
Adulting.
you know what I'm saying,
Adulting in itself is stressful.
basically doing all of that shit, just, to leave high school, got to go to college, got to find a job shit, all of that stuff. Then say you lose said job or such like that and you like, okay, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole system is all fucked up now. You trying to, you know what I'm saying, now you're getting older and you still want to date, you know what I'm saying? But now you got all of this baggage on you and such like that. I think that stuff definitely is a big thing that encounters into a lot of like I said, broken relationships or you know what I'm saying, like I said, attracting. Well, not attracting, because I think when you say attract, I think with that, I think that's where we rely on the question, do broken people attract broken people? I think that's what we're really asking.
Well, hurt people also can't fix hurt people either.
That is true. That's why I think a lot of people. I seen somebody made a tweet where it's like they said 2020 came into the year basically not jumping into relationships or anything of that nature without trying to work on self first. Because I mean that shit you see after a while is like you being certain habits or certain things that you see a partner or a friend that they don't mesh with, or it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, okay, well, if I'm continuing to do this, you know what I'm saying, why is this, if this equation it keeps equaling this, you know what I'm saying, it gotta mesh somewhere, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's like that self-realization, I think, is what, like I said, most people fail to have. You know what I'm saying? Because most people think, you know what I'm saying, the broken person doesn't think that they're
Exactly.
broken. They're
They
only
don't
looking
realize
at,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
They
They're only
don't
looking at
realize
the person coming in that's broken per se.
they don't they haven't had that look. They haven't looked in the mirror and realized it themselves that they're broken themselves.
Yeah, because like I said, you're looking at somebody else who is, so like you're putting your focus on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where you don't even have the time for self-reflection until the shit is fucked up, you know what I'm saying, after, or shit, you know what I'm saying, got into some crazy argument or whatever, you know, that nature.
Have
So
you dealt with a broken person?
I believe so. I think it's, you never know until you're in it, you know what I'm saying? So I think most people have to some extent.
I think I have, but I didn't realize it till like after the fact. Like in hindsight, I realized that she was broken, but I didn't know it in the moment. I didn't know it.
So what are like, so question to go from there. So what are like red flags when you're on the dating scene? So you're dating somebody, right? And
Right.
you have been talking for like a month or so, right?
Right.
How do you peep red flags to see, like, or like how do you even try to get in depth with somebody enough to even know, or what red flags do you see per se to see that somebody's like, okay, this motherfucker's a little fucked up?
Early insecurities, definitely early insecurities.
Oh, you
I
talking about like
feel
when you
like,
compliment the shorty?
yeah, like early insecurities. I feel like when off rip, like if she feels a way when you're interacting with a female, whether it be, if it's only respectful, like if it's something harmless, and she feels a way about that, she was wrong before, and for that reason, she needs repairing. She's broken because of that. So it's gonna translate as insecurity, and it's gonna look like jealousy. That's
Yeah.
one.
And I
Another
say
one,
habits. Those habits. And I
another
think
one, and this is gonna sound insensitive, but it's the truth. I've dealt with it. Daddy issues. That is
or just parental issues in general.
In general,
Parental,
in
yeah, it's
general.
parental because you can have fucked up moms too. You know what I'm
I
saying?
won't even say daddy issues. I'll say parental issues in general.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of parents who just had fucked up moms. You know what I'm saying? But on
Mhm.
top of no father. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and they're between a rock and a hard place. And how do they know how to cope? By lashing out at you, because it's what they see.
Well, that's just like the customer lashing out at the cashier is the first person they see. I get you on that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
not like it's just somebody to, you know what I'm saying, let that pain out at. Or like I said, have certain habits or things that they, you know what I'm saying, per se didn't have taught or didn't see or any of that nature. Cause you know, a lot of women will say, or I think a lot of people, like a lot of people mold their relationships per se off of their idea of their parents.
Well, the old, like our generation, the newer generation likes to mold it to what they see on TV or what they see on social media.
That is true. That is true.
Our generation, like, and the generation before us, did it like our parents or like someone, a couple in our family that we model as the model couple.
Yeah, because I think it was like they said, well our generation. Because I know some will be like they try not to say it, they try not to. With women, they try not to mold that idea of I ain't gonna say they try not to. I think most women kind of openly say, well, you ain't moving like, you know what I'm saying, like how my father was, they especially had a good father, then
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, then you ain't the man you know what I'm saying, I ideal. You know, but they have their nicks and crannies, obviously, because you know what you want from a
But
man.
those are also
The basics though, you know what I'm saying?
the women that don't have those insecurities because they already saw how a man should treat a woman from their father.
Well, I won't say that because I mean, like I said, once again, shit happens after childhood too,
Of
adult life
course.
too. That could, yeah. So we want to say they just don't have insecurities, but they at least seen, you know what I'm saying, what a good man, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, we're saying the people who had good fathers in the house, you know what I'm saying. They can see the molding of what a good man is, such like that. So when they move on, so on and so forth, they have their basic template at least. I think with men, you know what I'm saying, I think we try not to, but in a
Yeah,
sense we still do try to emulate, like try to, you know what I'm saying,
that's the
get a
case with
woman
me.
an ideal sense of the care of our mother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I didn't know you were going there with that. I
No,
thought you were
I said
going.
the parental. I says both.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, we try not to be like our dads.
No, I was saying we try not to. We try not to. Like, all right. You always hear a woman say, "Nigga, I ain't your mom." You know what I'm saying? But you ever notice is it's just little things that you look for in a woman, this the type of caring and nurturing shit that
Yeah, just
that's all I'm saying. No weird shit
the
like dude,
loving side.
not like dude from fucking The Boys or no shit like that. That nigga's a weirdo. Yeah, I like that nigga. That nigga's
Oh,
a weirdo. But yeah, son, I think stuff like that. So moving forward, when you get into like relationships where you don't have, I guess, those type of
oh, you
templates, I guess, for lack of a better term.
do the focus on the camera.
Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, which I guess they don't have that. Oh, what the fuck is going? But yeah, when they have those templates, I guess, for lack of a better term, it's kind of like you're kind of just going off what guys you or girls you went with, and you know what I'm saying, you picking the good and the bad from out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it works sometimes, but it doesn't really work all the time. You know what I'm saying? Cause what you probably like from one person, another girl ain't with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why people are different, and that's why they say opposites attract. Because what might not look good, what might not be attractive for you, might be attractive for me. What might be attractive for this person might not be attractive for this person. Like it's basically just a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em kind of thing. And while you're picking them, you're gonna come across broken people, and broken people carry a lot of baggage, a lot of mental weight.
And that's why I said we have to, that self-reflection and and being and trying and being not selfish, because going into these relationships with all that back, it's kind of selfish though, because you're putting that onto your partner. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of strip away that selfishness and work on yourself before you even, you know what I'm saying, try to go into another thing like that. Because like I say, you already, if you've been through the shit before, you already know the stresses and the problems that come with all of the your stress plus her stress and all. So why even go into that again? You know what I'm saying? But some people, like I said, they don't do that. They don't look at self. They just selfishly go into these shits. Just say fuck it, we're going to work on this shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but you don't know if that other person even wants to take on that task. You know what I'm saying? They don't sign up to take that task
They
on. You
have
know
to
what
be up for it. They have to be
I'm
up
saying?
for taking
Exactly.
that responsibility of taking not only their own baggage, but your baggage with them.
Right. Right. So that's why I say it's selfish. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, because I've said it to myself, you know what I'm saying, after a time where I was like, yo, no, I can't do that. Why am I just nah, get yourself right, you know what I'm saying? Work on yourself, find a way to love yourself before you can even, you know what I'm saying, put that any effort towards that, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to, yeah, because when you want to
That's
be in a
literally
relationship,
what I
you wanna
said to
put your,
myself.
yeah,
Literally what I said to myself when me and Shorty broke up a couple years ago, and that's what led me into the gym. And like, dude, it it's like it's like a crossroads in a sense. You can let these things break you or make you. And
yeah,
it's like a fork in the road. Whichever, you can either go this way and like ruin your life and go down a path of, just torturing yourself,
yeah,
or
it's like continue the same cycle, you know what I'm saying? It's continue the
you
same
can make a
cycle.
change.
And you never know. It's like when you do that and you fuck up a relationship or something like that, you end up making that person now fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cycle.
And like I said, so like I said, my thing on that just and that's like I think like I said, self-reflection, you know what I'm saying, working on self before you even thinking about, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a part of somebody else's life. You got to work on your own life.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
And love yourself too. Love yourself. You got to be able
Yeah,
to love yourself before you
yeah,
love
because how
somebody
you
else.
loving somebody else, you put all your love into somebody else, and you're not
Hmm.
even putting that into yourself. So it's like you're just draining yourself. You're draining yourself at that point.
Exactly.
But man, and let's get to a higher note, bro.